I still find myself sad some days. So I think in my 30s, I've kind of realized it's not a race. The finish line is death. Welcome back to the Cobra's nest. Alright, so today's video is going to be finding meaning in your 30s. Woo! So you guys know that like 2 weeks ago, I just had my birthday. Your girl turned 34, a sexy 34, and I had a crash out, and that was fun. So yeah, I got 6 things that I want to talk about that have really helped me finding meaning in my 30s, and hope that I can help you out if you are trying to find meaning in your 30s, because my analytics show that you guys are now in your 30s too. Wasn't that so cute? I remember when I was in my 20s and you guys are in your teens. You guys are in your late 20s and I'm in my mid 30s. It's so adorable. All right, so yeah, let's get to talking. Let's get it. Let's go. Okay, so coming in at number 1, explore your pain and failures. The fun thing about being in your 30s is that you spent the past 3 decades accumulating failures. And I think for some of us, and by some of us, I mean like myself included, they get to a point where you're kind of like, you have enough track record to reflect back on those mistakes, and you're like, what have I done? Like, I could have done this differently, I could have done that differently, and you just kind of start to spiral. I really do believe that I can't be the only one who has spiraled out in their 30s, and I'm probably not going to be the first. So it's okay to kind of explore that pain. I think like shoving it down and like numbing it, whether it be like watching more TV, turning to junk food. I think social media is also a really popular one, or drinking at night. I think all of those try to numb the pain is not going to help. It's going to only make things worse. My choice of pain management was like doom scrolling. As a content creator, I saw it as like research. And then before you knew it, it's like 2 a.m. and I am still doing research. It's like, what are you doing, Nat? Stop. That's so freaking embarrassing. And the things that I was like shoving down, because I've just realized that like I can't be the only one with these struggles. I was like crying over my dental degree and the money that I spent. I was crying over my YouTube channel not popping, and I'm like, girl, it's been 9 years. You're so embarrassing. My TikTok going nowhere. I've been making TikTok content for like how many years now? I think I started in, I want to say like 2022. It's been 3 years. It's like, oh God, another failure. I was like, I can't deal with another failure. These are killing me. This is your time to like explore those pains and feel them and accept that they happened, and that's just a part of life. And the thing that actually freed me, and I did talk about that in one of my other videos, is like exploring your pain will free you. Accept that that was actually the best thing that ever happened to you. And I know you may not believe me. You may think like that is such a cop-out, like, oh my God. And like it probably is a cop-out. But the alternative is like hell on earth, trying to numb the pain and hating yourself. I mean, like that's fun for a week, but like a year or two, it's like, all right, it's getting a little tired. Like, come on girl, pick yourself up. So I'm not advocating for you not to have a season of crash out. I had a season of crash out or 2, and I've been crying about this for a couple years. But it's like, I got tired of crying, I'll be completely honest. And so that brings me to point number 2. Actually help other people who've experienced the pains that you've had. The biggest reward will come from exploring those pains to be able to finally help somebody else out, maybe not make those same mistakes, or help them who have the same pains because they've experienced the same things as you. So if you've had like an accident, or you've had like a car crash or something like that, like AA meetings with people who have survived the same things as you will comfort you, and it will comfort them. You know the saying like misery loves company? I know I usually use it in the phrase of like, ew, like misery loves company. But actually, if you're struggling with something, find people in your community who are like-minded like you. I mean, like, doesn't have to be like actually in your real life. You can do it on the internet as well too. But help other people, whether it be people younger than you or people who have experienced the same pain as you. Maybe make a video or 2 about, these are the mistakes that I made. These are the things that I would do differently to prevent that. And the thing is, we actually cannot prevent these things from happening to other people. Like, we all want to be living in a safe bubble, but that's no different from being dead if nothing happens. That's not, unfortunately, the beauty of life. Unfortunately, the beauty, or not the beauty of life, is to actually like live life and live all of life's hardships. I understand that it's not fair. I understand that it sucks. I wish none of the bad things that happened to me. I wish they never happened to you, but unfortunately, that's living in La La Land. That's not actual reality. Reality is painful. Suffering is painful. Kind of reminds me of that one meme. It's like, no thank you. I take my suffering raw. there's only so much raw pain that I was taking before I was like, I can't do this. And then I crashed out, and then I realized, actually, no, I'm going to take my pain and I'm going to make it something creative. I may not be a singer. I can't sing about my pain, but at the very least, I can make videos that help other people about things that have hurt me, things that have caused me pain, and hope that I can help out my Cobra babies, because actually that has been the entirety of my channel. Hey, this is what sucks in my life. This is what I did about it or wasn't able to do about it, and I hope I can help you out as well too. The third thing that I want to talk about, aging with grace in older age. I know this may be a little bit left field and not really particularly related to finding meaning, but it's something that I want to touch on because it's something that I've struggled with. And again, if I struggled with this, there must be somebody else who did as well too. And this might be more of a feminine thing, but the majority of my audience is like 90% female, so I can talk about this and feel totally okay. I think that TikTok has created this really toxic narrative of like women aging, not aging, who's done a facelift, who has not done a facelift, who has done Botox, who has not done Botox. Like at first, I'm still very pro do what you need to do to your face. Like I'm not going to sit here and tell you like this, that, and the third. I've like touched my face. As somebody who has touched her face, I think I'm fully qualified to tell you it is never ending. You do this, then you do that, then you do this, and then you do that. And it's like, you were trying to become happy, you were trying to love yourself, and the ironic thing is, the more you do to your face, the more you end up hating your face. Like on a psychological level. I think even for people who have had great facelifts, and it's not like a uncanny thing, like uncanny valley type of thing. I think their facelifts look great, their Botox looks great, but you just have this weird fear of like, I don't want to be that, so I must continue to do this. If you just let yourself age gracefully, I think Cameron Diaz said this, I'd rather look old than weird. And I think that those things are valid. How to put this? It's such a touchy thing. And while I do definitely agree that you should take care of yourself and you should eat well, you should sleep well, you should do beauty masks, red light therapy, if you need some Botox, who am I to judge? But I think you have to find that sweet spot of aging with grace, because if you don't, this is a really hard journey. And this is coming from somebody who's already started to age. You guys can see that like I'm starting to get bags here, and I have a smile line that has like crept in, and I could do something about it. I have looked into filler, but I already learned with like all the other things that I've done to my face, I wasn't even happy after I did them. Like I have like 2 milliliters of filler in my lips, and they do look juicy, they do look good. Was I satisfied after I did them? No, I wasn't. I was like, I need more, I need Botox. I was like, Matt, please, for the love of God, you look good, just stop. And then I thought about it, and I was like, you know, as a minimalist, I think like for my mental health's sake, I was like, I just want to age with gracefully. I'm just gonna accept that like I'm no young hottie anymore, and that doesn't mean though I can't be elegant and chic in my older age. I can still take care of myself and still look older. I don't want to compete with 20-year-olds. That's not me. That's not my stage in life. I already have that stage in my life, and I don't want to look uncanny, unfreaky, like I fear aging. I'm like, I don't want that narrative for myself. So I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you like I'm not going to get little tweaks here and there, but I definitely want to embody a place of like, it's okay to age with grace. And I think that that's part of finding meaning in your 30s. I think especially in this Western narrative, we definitely put a lot of emphasis on like the only value women have are their looks, and if they don't have their looks, well, like, who are you? You don't have any value. And that's just like that's not the right way to look at it. I think Sheer7 did a really good job of explaining this. She was like, you think that older women don't have value? Do you think your mother doesn't have value? And that really freed me, because I was like, she is absolutely correct. That's just a narrative that someone somewhere made up about women not having value when they're older. That's completely not true, and I'm not going to buy into that narrative, because that was really messing up my mental health. Okay, coming in at number 4, filling up your own cup. So finding meaning in your 30s is kind of like taking this moment to kind of like think about what are the things that like still bring joy to your life. And this could just be clearly a me problem, but I no longer was figuring out, like, nothing was filling my cup anymore. I was like, shopping makes me feel numb. I was like, making another minimalism content makes me just want to strangle myself. I was like, what fills my cup? I legit, I don't know what fills my cup anymore. And so finding meaning in your 30s means kind of like rediscovering what has meaning in your life. And so I did like a really deep dive of like what has meaning in my life. And for me, I actually discovered it was as simple as like, I really like making content. I don't even care if it's about minimalism or if it's about aging or if it's about beauty standards. I find a lot of joy and happiness in just making content. And so what I want to say is fill your cup. Find things that bring joy to you in your 30s. And it doesn't have to be anything extreme or anything glamorous. Maybe it's gardening. Maybe it's riding your bike. Maybe it's taking care of your young children. Whatever it is, fill your cup. Don't feel ashamed that sometimes you need some time to rest and recuperate. You need some time to have happy times. Like for me, I really enjoy watching TV after work. I'm like, it's not productive, but like God forbid a girl have a good time. So I think that it's really important to fill up your cup and don't be ashamed because everybody needs rest. We don't need to constantly be on a hamster wheel of productivity. I don't personally think that that's very healthy in the long run. Okay, coming in at number 5, realizing it was never a race. I think that was something that I did wrong in my 20s. I really thought that my life was just like a race to the finish line. I was like blowing through all of my life accomplishments and I was just so miserable. I was like, I can't wait till I graduate from high school. I can't wait till I graduate from university. I can't wait till I get my first job. I can't wait till this. I can't wait till that. I can't wait till I get this boyfriend sucks, next boyfriend, this boyfriend sucks, next boyfriend. It was like, and like here I am now, and like I'm in my 30s and I'm married and I have all of the accolades, and it's like I still find myself sad some days. So I think in my 30s I've kind of realized it's not a race. The finish line is death. It's made me really, really, really slow down. I think in like this year, the theme for the next quarter or two is like, I'm happy today, and today is very special. I started wearing like a lot more like jewelry, as you guys can see, a lot more jewelry, just feeling like today is special. Drinking out of my favorite cups, just like cleaning, enjoying my material possessions. And it's like my God, like what was the rush? I read this really good quote. It was like one day she woke up and she wasn't 80 anymore. She was 30 again. She was young. The children were young again. I was like, I like started crying when I saw that. I was like, yeah, if I could go back in time, I'd wake up as 20-something-year-old Nat and I would tell myself to be happy. Because for all my minimalism, I'm like such an ambitious person. I'm like obsessed with my accolades that like I like robbed myself of happiness for like a really long time. So the advice I would give like 20-something-year-old me that I'm giving to my Cobra babies, because you guys are like in your early 30s, late 20s, it's not a race. There's nowhere you're like supposed to be, nowhere you're supposed to go. Like I understand we all have like goals and like things we want to like accomplish, and like I love that for us, but like sincerely, enjoy the journey. Like you think you're gonna be happier when you have that job promotion, when he finally marries you, when you finally pop the kid. I've like seen now with some of my friends who are like also my age, like they married the dude, they popped the kid, and like I don't know if I'm like allowed to say these things aside, but like I've had some friends who had like baby 1 and they're like, baby 1 didn't make me happy, it must be baby 2. I know it sounds like super ridiculous, and obviously we want to scream the obvious, like if baby 1 didn't do the trick, it's not baby 1, it's or baby 2. But it's kind of a metaphor for how I think in our 30s we haven't healed that capitalistic tendency of the next goal will make us happy. Baby 1 wasn't it must be baby 2, and like I won't be happy until the kids graduate, and I won't be happy till we retire and we da-da-da-da and this and that and the third. You're about as happy today as you will be tomorrow. Surprise! Okay, coming in at number 6. Focus on the daily joys. You don't need to suffer to have a good life. It was very, very obvious in my extreme minimalism journey. In my extreme minimalism journey, the theme of the day was how can Nat suffer some more? When I was in my extreme minimalism journey, every day was an opportunity to suffer. I like whip myself on the back. No Starbucks, no wearing makeup, no wearing pretty clothes, no this, no that. I don't even know what I thought. Like, was I gonna get a medal? That's not the theme that I currently go through. And I know that actually surprisingly a lot that some subscribers don't like to see that. Yeah, I don't know, that kind of surprised me. Some people have not enjoyed watching me be happy, but despite the haters, the advice that I want to give to my Cobra babies / younger Nat, there's no shame in being happy. There's no shame in enjoying the daily life. There's no shame. Small joys. Like if you find happiness in your daily Nespresso, we love that for you. The morning run, the beauty mask in the morning, watching your comfort creator, like my God, like the productivity hustle is just like one toxic narrative. I don't know. It's just like we love that for you, but like count me out. Like I'm done. Like I don't want to struggle boat anymore. I think you guys can see that in my content, my most recent videos. There's no B-roll. There's no fancy titles. There's none of that. I just have a coffee. I just film and I just edit and that's it. It's just relaxed vibes. And I feel like that actually makes me more of a true minimalist than when I was actually, putting on a show on the internet. None of that. When you think about your 20s and your teens, what are the things that make you think like that's when I was most happy? Surprisingly, it wasn't like the spectacular birthday, was it? It was like the small daily mundane things. It was riding the bus with your best friend to school. It was like car ride you took with your mom to like the grocery store. Like those small mundane things actually ended up becoming like the sweetest memory. So I hope that you can incorporate that in your current life right now and think, you know what? I'm happy today and I'm going to enjoy my daily joys today, and I don't need to constantly be in the suffering narrative. Like you're not going to get a medal. Like it's tired. I hope you guys could have enjoyed this video in finding meaning in your 30s, because that's the journey I'm on, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.